Hello, this is an instructional video on how to upload a listing on your Bright MLS account. Um, we will start by, of course, logging in into your personal account. And once we're here, we're gonna go to up top the listing options. And by clicking on these, we have different options, and we're gonna go to add and edit listings. In this tab, we always gonna have the active and pending listings. If you do close them, they'll disappear from this and be archived on Bright MLS. But as long as you still have them as active or pending, you're gonna have uh, the ability to change the status and edit them, right? If we click on that, we'll go into these listings to edit them. But for this video, we're gonna be adding a listing. So we're gonna click here up top on the right, new listings. And in here it gives us the property type we have to select. We have residential, residential lease, multifamily. And multifamily, it wouldn't be an apartment. It would be if you're selling, right, a property that has multiple apartments, right? Anything that is four or less units for housing electrical, it's in one or more buildings, right? Um, but this is basically if there's more units, right, than one apartment. So we're mostly then commercial lease, business opportunity, farmland. These are more rare types. But for this instructional sample, we're gonna use residential, which is the most common. And then we click next. Here is going to ask us for the tax ID. So one thing that I do is I will open another tab, another window on Bright MLS, log in into my account, and in essence in here we're gonna look for the address for the property that we are looking to list. So we're gonna use an apartment for this sample and the unit, and we look for it. Once you find it, you click on that, and in here in this public record, sometimes you can go to the last listing and get some information, right? Some information that you may not know, right? Etc. You always, of course, want to verify everything with the current owner, right? There are many changes sometimes that are done from the last listing. But in essence, you get a lot of information from here and from the last listing if there's one not too long ago. But here we're gonna have what we're looking for here. Aside from all the information, it's also the tax ID, and that will be it. We click on this, and we go back into the window and type in here, and then we're gonna add it. So that we'll have different options from different times, and we select the one to check in by the owner's name, and we proceed. Uh, Here we're gonna have the new listing information. Uh, you could verify this with tax records. If there's anything from the tax records, this is you can generate certain changes here. But for the most part, I don't touch that part. And then we're gonna go here to the basically the input of all the information. And in here you have to fill out all the information that it's on red. This asterisk means that it's a required information. What's in red, it means that it hasn't been filled out. So you're gonna start with status, active under contract, right? Obviously you could put it also coming soon. um, Remember, with coming soon, it's 21 days is the max that you could do it as a coming soon. You're gonna have different questions for different things that are like listing price, of course, listing agreement. You put the agency type, the expiration, the ownership, if it's a condominium, fee simple, right? If there's a ground rent, everything that applies here, right? If it's a short sale, it's not. If it's an REO, the sell type, So, and then you have a lot of boxes for acceptable financing. All of these are optional. You don't have to fill them out. They're not required, but you always can if you wish to do so. The listing type will be full service, dual agency. In this case, it's yes. The inclusions and exclusions, all equipment, if they're considered leasing, um, the possession, buyer agent compensation. Here, most likely it's gonna be a percentage, say 0.5 of gross, right? In this case, we're not we're not selling a new building, a new property. And then the sub agency, dual variable compensation, no. In essence, you start filling out all this information, the directions that requires you, the subdivision, um, see whether it's a senior community. You fill these all out, and then you get to the rooms. Basically, you add the rooms. If you want to add an upper level, right, you add it here. You can erase it here. You add a lower level if there's a basement, and then you basically assign the number of bedrooms or baths according to each level. Okay. The features, accessible features, whether it has a pool or not, the lot size, the parking, types of parking, and then for the pictures, we always gonna put lister will upload, and then in here you're gonna click add photos, accept. We have to accept their terms. Obviously, we're gonna drag them for our computer. Uh, we go to pictures, and then in here we're gonna drag them out, right? We're gonna use these as a sample. And then in here, you can move them around. Basically, the one that it's first is gonna be the main picture. This is the one they're gonna show on the listing, and then you start organizing the order. Okay. If you wanna, erase one, you click on that and click delete, and delete it. If you wanna add more, you can continue adding. And then once you're finished organizing these, you click this back button, which gets you back to this page. And here you can add a virtual tour too if you have to put the URL, right? The ad, you name the tour, and then the URL. So basically, you do need for a tour, you need for the video, right, or the tour to have a link, right, an address, online address, right? It could be a YouTube video, right? If you have a regular video, you can upload it into your YouTube account, and that will give you a URL. But in essence, yeah, it's only for not to upload videos, but to input a link, right? That will lead into your video, to your virtual tour. And here, important the remarks. You have different types of remarks. These are the public ones. This will go to Zillow, to Redfin site, Realtors.com, right? All the online public sites. And then the agents, this is only gonna be seen by agents on Bright, right? The remarks. So in here you can add certain messages for informations for the agent, right? About the showing, basically contract submissions, things like that, right? For the showings, we're gonna have that portion, which you could put the showing instructions, right? But this is this is used sometimes. I usually copy and paste the same, and if there's any particular things, right? Use the shoes, use the close the door. Certain messages that are important. You wanna address to the agent. You can put it here. The remarks. This is for the office, for our office, own office. And then the authorizations, the documents available. You can upload here basically the same add a doc. You can upload the disclosures, which obviously are important at some point in time to have them available. The showing instructions. how much of a notice they'll need. And then to manage showing times, you cannot do this right now. You have to first submit this, publish this. But this is a sample, so I'm not gonna do that. But I'll show you how it usually is done. So in here you go showing method, in person, showing type, right? You can put the agent as a showing type, their number, their name, lockbox, if it's a Sentry lock, you can manage your Sentry lock account. And here you can add any open house, okay? Any future open house or anything that you want to do, you add it in here. So assuming we filled out all these out and everything's ready to submit, we're gonna go into hit publish, and once we hit publish, we're gonna get back to basically this page, okay? And in here, you will click more, and then we can either go to edit again, but in here we can actually go to showings, and we can show it in this one. We can go to showings, and in here we're gonna have the showing instructions to set up so that your listings is gonna show on Bright MLS, the online appointment link, right? So that agents can click on that and schedule their own showings, and then once they do, they'll get the instructions that you can type in here. Okay, here you can type if it's a combo or of anything, or you can explain the location of the Sentry lock system, Sentry lock box, and then if there's any appointment restrictions, you can always add appointment require. You add it here, and then in essence, this will be sending to confirm appointments, right, to the agent, to yourself, or you can add the owner here, right? You can add the owner so that he himself or she can get the email or a text to accept or deny the request, right? And then you make the requirements for how many hours lead time, okay, and suggested times. So you do a lot of different things that it automatically will set up parameters that agents will see once they try to make the appointment. Okay, so once you do these, I'm not gonna change anything here. You click save changes, and that's basically it. You can go back to home and leave that, and it'll be created. And that's it. That will automatically set up the online showings system for your listing, and then if you need it to make any changes on the listing, right? Add any more pictures or make any changes, whether once you get, for example, a contract and you want to change it to pending, you always get here the same, and then click edit, and then you essence gonna be back to this page where you can edit all the information, right, or change the statuses, and then you click publish again, and that will update your listing. Okay, so hope this instructional is useful for you. If you do have any questions, do not hesitate to let us know and give us a call. Thank you.